Hello, hello, hello. Please, do you know that today you can put an application in a company or recruitment agency of a country in this Europe and get a job, then proceed to the country's embassy to process your visa application, with processing time for foreign workers being 2 weeks, because the country is now on their knees begging foreign workers to come, because since January they opened this list of foreign workers applicants demand they need in their country. There's low turnout because they restricted it to some of the countries, but now it is not open for every African to apply. Do you know the processing time for these jobs are now 2 weeks? Of the visa for these jobs are now 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 14 days. Then they might have taken a decision and give you your visa to start going. Do you know that? I will tell you. Just hang in here. I will tell you everything you need to know, and I will tell you how to start your applications and the agencies that are recruiting for those roles. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, everyone, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are in your own country. Whatever the time is, just take your own greeting. And welcome to Womiba Finance Channel. My name is Onyinye. Everybody, I think most of you must have known this. And welcome to Womiba Finance Channel. And I want to thank you for sticking with this channel, and I appreciate all the love and all the subscription. If you have not subscribed, please just write subscribe and subscribe so that I will know you in case I meet you in WTP, then I can help you better. Okay, today I'll be telling you about Denmark. So why am I telling you about Denmark? Because that's the most and the most potent question people now ask. Why would I go to this country, or why? Denmark is #1 country in the world that statistics everywhere in the world, have said everywhere in the world, all the statisticians talking about or looking at work balance say Denmark is the only country that offer quality work balance. So if you have childcare problem, they know how to manage you. If you are sick, they know how to manage you. If you maybe if you are if you have any issues in life, or if you want to do if you want to go and get some training, they know how to manage you. So that is actually what having a good work balance means, literally. And secondary, you might ask, why Denmark? Quality of life is good. It's not a country that every time we hear them shooting, or there's a mass murder or anything, or insecurity, because even as African have their own insecurity. There are some insecurity. We've had America shooting, this UK knife crime. All the countries, they have their familiar problems, but we don't know any with Denmark. You might say the population are so small to compare with America, UK, France, Germany, but it's still, a very healthy population. Now, due to aging population, because most of these countries in UK, in Europe, and including UK, and Western world, America, everywhere, they are battling aging population. I've said many, and I've explained about this aging population and the reason why all of them are looking for foreigners from Africa and Asia, where there's a young population above 50%. So that is why we are here today. So now, before in January, if you could remember, Denmark brought out what they call positive list of people that attended higher institution to come and work in their construction, food production, healthcare, IT department, and everything, and every other department I might not mention. Now, they now say that it will be closed in June. We just passed June. But on 1st July, they added to the list, not only adding to the list, they extended the time frame for Africans like you, whether you are from Congo, Togo, Malawi, Burundi, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, or any northern African countries like Morocco, Libya, Algeria, and Sudan, South Sudan, all those countries around there. If you are from there, Denmark has widened the list. Not only widening the list, they have extended the list. They have extended the list. I mean to say, sorry. They have extended the list till 30th June 2025. So not only adding everything, architects, foreman, landscape, everything about construction and heavy duty driver, everything about construction, all the roles in construction, they have added to it and extended it. In IT, everything to the extent they are looking for a website designer, graphic designer, the list is now so much. Now, who can apply, you might ask? In this positive list now is only for people that attended higher institution, and preferable people with master's degree. Now, in the list they just added, there are some jobs that you don't need degree to do, but they said you must have had extensive training and work experience. That's where it gets so hard for some people. Unlike Canada that will say 2 years, minimum of 2 years. Unlike UK that might say 2 years, maximum of 5 years, or minimum, sometimes in some jobs is minimum of 5 years. In most of highest you can get in Europe is 5 years. And 1 year, sometimes France say 1 year. And sometimes Germany are now saying minimum of 12 months experience. That is 1 year. But these jobs that are semi-skilled under this positive list, that you don't need higher institution degree or masters to qualify to do them, these Denmark people have said you must have extensive knowledge and experience. Now, the salaries are mind-blowing. In caregiver job I did yesterday, what I saw and what my friends that are already and my clients, the average they give me for caregivers are 24 Canadian dollars, point something, or 23 point something Canadian dollars per hour. But in Denmark, their salary is so big. Like, I will be wondering, I didn't go to check the tax, because one of the things in this Europe, if you're looking at your money, you should be looking at tax, because you can't take that money home except the government will take their tax out before you take your own money home. That is the way it works here, and I'm sorry for that. Now, how or where can you get this job, or how can you do this, or how can you do that? In the screen here, I will show you the agencies that are recruiting. I will still do a separate video about the agencies that are recruiting in Denmark with, elaborate instruction on how you go and start researching about jobs. But this scheme, this newly scheme that they have, released now for everybody in Africa and Asia, is for people with higher education mainly, but some few jobs are for people with skilled with a very extensive experience. That's the word they use. So you must know your thing. It's not like other people I have explained before that will say 1 year or 2 years. No. Okay, what are the rates? Because when they brought out this list in January, people showed interest from Europe and all that because their catchment area was in Europe and nobody turned up. Now they have extended the list to Africa and everywhere in Asia to come to their country. If I tell you the number of jobs that is unfilled in this country, it will blow your mind. It's way more than 50,000 jobs that are unfilled in Denmark because of aging population. So you might ask, from these slots and this number now, you will know that you are needed. You are just like an egg. They will carry you like egg. When you apply, the success rate will be so high because since they opened it in January, they didn't see people to come and pick these jobs. So if Denmark will do it for you, if you're seeking to migrate, if you like Denmark, go and research about them and research their immigration website in case you're in doubt, because I have done a good research on this before coming here. In case you are in doubt, you go to the review under the Google extension of the their immigration. You can see some people that are saying that it is easy for them to give this, that some of them said that they applied in February, they didn't get it, they have to call them again to come and apply because they were waiting for people from Europe and they didn't show up. So you will show up and they will give you the job. So now, after watching this video, you can now start applying for these jobs. In the comment section, the agencies employing for these jobs in positive list are there. I've done a video there so that you can see the agencies and you can start applying. There's no barrier in language, and you will learn at work their own language, but English is allowed because even the nurses, some of the nurses that they employed, they didn't even ask them to learn or pass, Danish language or like that. No, it is English. English is now becoming a universal language and all that. So we are just lucky in Africa because most of us in Africa, English is our first language. So we are now so happy. Now, that's all for this video. And I want to tell you, if you're in healthcare, if you're in lab, caregiver, if you're a caregiver, healthcare assistant, senior nursing assistant, or matron, or a qualified nurse, or a registered nurse, whatever is your own title, please, when you finish watching this video, go and apply for these jobs. The way they will call you for an interview will make your head swell because they opened it since January and they didn't get anybody to come and apply for it. So this is not a hot cake, and I would like to wish you luck. And again, if you have any problem, you know where to come. WTP is the place to come in Telegram where we'll have meeting as a community, where you can ask questions and it will be answered. You know, the response time is so fast and so small. So within a minute or 10 minutes, you get your answers to your questions. So we like to make it simpler for people that are applying by themselves so that they can start applying, because don't sit and say it is expiring in 2025 that you still have time. You don't know how many people that are applying. Like they said, it's 50 something thousand jobs. You don't know how many people that are applying now, because none is open for Africans. So you can see the rush. There will be a rush on their website. So you don't know how many people are applying. Once you finish watching this video, you go down and click on the link, agencies in Denmark that are employing, and you will start applying for your own job role and start seeking or start, you know, waiting for interview. Because it's after you have applied for the job, they interview you and take you, then you can now start processing the visa to travel. So the application, you need to start getting the applications out, you know, into their websites and all that out, and start even emailing them after 1 week you didn't hear from them. That's what I do for people I'm handling the applications. After 1 week or 2 weeks, if I didn't hear from them, and sometimes 70% of the time I have a very good positive feedback, because it shows that you're ready for the job, and it shows that you're determined to get this job and you are ready to do it. So that's what it shows when you check on your applications. But don't just check. If you message them 1 week or 2 weeks after, don't go again 2 days, 3 days, you know, just, you know how to do it. Give them like 7 days time for them to breathe and, you know, make conclusion. Because what happens in most of this recruitment firm, they are not the one that you work for. They're not the one. Companies brought these jobs to them. So when they read your CV, your cover letter, personal statement, whatever it is on resume, they now have to speak to the company to get the company approval to continue with the interview or to now offer you the job. So that's administrative, you know, gameplay at the back of it that you might not be aware of. So thank you so much for sticking with me till this time, and I hope that you will just open your computer and start making the applications now. And I hope to see you in Denmark one day, because in 2024 I'll be in Denmark. I will tour Denmark, Australia, you know, around those places. I will tour those places, and I would like to see you, and I would like to meet you. Okay, now please, you know the usual tradition, please subscribe and share this video in your thing, because your subscription and your love and your likes and everything and the watch time keeps me doing this job, and I love doing it, and I love bringing informations to you. And make sure that you watch the recruitment firms recruitment for this job, so that it can get you what you want. Thank you. Have a very nice day. Bye bye. See you.